From an early age, we're taught that boys don't cry. It seems harmless at first, a simple phrase passed down through generations. But these 3 words are just the beginning of a complex web of expectations that shape men's lives in profound and often devastating ways. Think about it. When was the last time you saw a man openly express his vulnerability without someone questioning his masculinity? The truth is, we've created an invisible prison for men, built from expectations, stereotypes, and unwritten rules that dictate how they should think, feel, and behave. The cost of this emotional suppression is staggering. Men are dying by suicide at alarming rates, 3 to 4 times higher than women in most countries. They're battling addiction in silence, drowning their pain in substances because society has told them that seeking help is a sign of weakness. These aren't just statistics. They're brothers, fathers, sons, and friends who've been taught that their emotional pain isn't valid. But the damage doesn't stop there. We've boxed masculinity into such narrow confines that men are essentially given a script for life. Be the provider, be strong, be competitive, never show weakness. Want to be a stay-at-home dad? Prepare for judgment. Passionate about art or dance? Better have thick skin, survive trauma, keep it to yourself. These rigid roles aren't just limiting, they're toxic. They create a generation of men who measure their worth solely through their paycheck, physical strength, or status. Men who believe that tenderness, creativity, and emotional intelligence somehow make them less than. The most heartbreaking part? This cycle repeats itself. Sons learn from fathers who learned from their fathers that vulnerability equals weakness. The emotional illiteracy becomes a hereditary trait, passed down like a family heirloom nobody wanted but everyone received. But there's hope. More men are starting to break free from these silent shackles. They're redefining what masculinity means on their own terms. They're seeking therapy, forming support groups, and having honest conversations about mental health. We need mental health services that understand men's unique challenges. We need education systems that teach emotional intelligence alongside traditional subjects. We need media that portrays men in all their complexity, not just as stoic heroes or aggressive competitors. Most importantly, we need to create safe spaces where men can speak their truth without fear of judgment, where they can be nurturers without questioning their masculinity, where they can be both strong and sensitive, powerful and vulnerable. Because when we free men from these invisible chains, we don't just help them, we help everyone. We create fathers who can teach their sons emotional intelligence, partners who can build deeper connections, and human beings who can fully express their authentic selves. The time has come to break these silent shackles, not just for the men of today, but for every generation that follows. Because true liberation isn't about rejecting masculinity. It's about expanding it to embrace all aspects of human experience,